Hello, hey everyone, this is Dallas. Just wanted to do a quick recap of yesterday about what's going on with the chemical attacks in Syria and what's happening in the present day now. Um, Fox News is saying that Russia, there was a drone near where the chemical attacks took place. But if you look in the past, ISIS is always using drones that you buy at Toys R Us, that you buy typically at Toys R Us, and just it's not good. So what I'm trying to say is ISIS did the attack and made it look like Russia, because the Illuminati and the controllers, they want war between Russia and America, and the only way to get that is through an intervention with Syria and Assad and Russia. So ISIS is losing a lot of ground in Iraq, Desert, Syria. They can't take full control of that. So basically, all they have left is Raqqa. Trump is making very good grounds gaining near Raqqa with the help of Turkey. We are recapturing the dam as we speak. Actually, it's been taken on for 2 weeks now. We're taking the city back of Taqwa, I believe it's pronounced Taqwa, Syria, right along the Euphrates River. There's a really big dam. I don't know the exact size of it, but if it was to be open, ISIS would be able to flood a lot of land. But thankfully, we were able to do an airstrike on the control room in that dam and to wipe out that control room so they can't use the on-off switch. So that's good. But so we're trying to retake the dam and the city near the dam, and then that gives us a huge head start on retaking Raqqa, Syria, and that is why Turkey was mad last week and reported in the news that they wanted to take the main front line to Raqqa, Syria, when all they would do is fight and kill the Kurds, and they would slow down, or actually they would slow down the processes of killing and destroying ISIS. It would give ISIS time to gain confidence, to regroup, recuperate, etc. And going back to the chemical attack with that drone, if you look at Fallujah, when Iraq was taking Fallujah back from ISIS, ISIS used drones, and they had a drone filled with chlorine gas. I forgot, like 4 tons of chlorine gas. Devastating. Then in Syria, again, Al-Qaeda, this wasn't ISIS, this was Al-Qaeda. They were shooting chemical weapons with the artillery, the rounds that they're using. That would happen 2 times. So that's 3 times Fallujah, and twice by Al-Qaeda in Syria. Then I believe another time in Syria. So there was 4 times where chemical attacks have been taking place in Syria, and every time the United Nations went in to do an investigation, it always, when they did the logistics of where everything was launched at and dropped, it all looked like it wasn't Assad. That was just alleged claims, and United Nations even said it is not Bashar Assad, meaning that it was Al-Qaeda and ISIS trying to get war with Assad, because right now the controllers, the Illuminati, the elite, the Bilderbergs, whoever you want to call them, I always call them like the Bilderbergs, 100 richest people of the world, who make their meetings once a year in the Bilderberg Hotel, or who knows what hotel now. But anyways, they plan events, they plan major events, and they have this all planned. And Trump, he still has a lot of there's a civil war going on within his party, and there's just a lot of liberals and progressives just trying to take over America in so many different ways. It's insanity. And now Fox News even says those who doubt that it was Assad, we're no good, we're traitors to them, we can't have opinions to ourselves, which takes away the First Amendment and everything. And they'll call us fake news, all of that, when no, we're not fake news. We're like detectives. We look at the information, we investigate it, and we put two and two together. We don't have to have Fox News or CNN or MSNBC tell us everything, and you can always go to other news sites and listen to people and gather information and put it together yourself and see what your conclusions are and try and connect the dots the best you can and put the facts on the table and be very open-minded about it. Really just be open-minded and take in as much as you can, because when you get into this down this rabbit hole of politics and current affairs, wow, it really, there's no going back up. It's always going down the rabbit hole. And the more you expose the truth, the more you get that out there. You can't talk about this stuff with friends. You can't talk about it with family. You'll lose a lot of family members. You'll lose a lot of friends. Nobody wants to hear it. It's so stressful, very stressful stuff. And a lot of people don't want to grasp the truth, because the truth is like, well, wait, what? It was ISIS that did the attack, and they're blaming Russia and Assad, and they're trying to get Trump blackmailed into a war between Russia when it wasn't even Russia or Assad. Boom, when people wake up to that truth, it can hurt. And there's many other truths that can be that are being exposed, which is really good. And what people don't understand is that it's like playing Risk. When you look at these leaders and these world leaders, these bankers, all these people just in control and power in Congress, when you look at the elite, they look at the world like when you're playing Risk or Axis and Allies. It's just like, okay, how can we continue war? How can we continue chaos and mayhem around the world to keep people divided, to keep people in confusion, so the controllers and Illuminati, are making money off all the resources in the land that they're occupying, taking resources, taking land rights away, taking away so much from the people that live in those countries. And that's why so many people get so mad and oppressed and sadly join ISIS or Al-Qaeda or Boko Haram. And it's really sad because they already feel down, and now you have a Rockefeller come in and take your opium in Afghanistan. God bless that Rockefeller's dead. I'm so glad he's dead. We just need George Soros. He needs to die. There's a lot of them that need to die. Because when you get to that type of corruption and that type of evil, that's when God says, hey, send them up to me. You humans did everything you could to, you've prayed, you tried to get through to them. There's nothing more you can do. It's just send them up to the Father and let the Father deal with them. The Father will set them straight, and if not, they know where they're going. So yeah, just watch out what the news has to say, because right now it's all Trump, pro-Trump. Oh, Trump's the president now. You see all these enemies of Trump saying, oh, look, he's good now because he's doing what Assad and Russia wouldn't want him to do, and that is not good, because Russia and Assad are great allies to us, because with them we can destroy ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda is in the way of Assad in Russia, because if you look at Aleppo, if you look at the map of Aleppo, if you look to the northeast of Aleppo, all that is controlled up there is ISIS. And what does Assad have to do to get to ISIS? He has to destroy Al-Qaeda. So to get to Al-Qaeda, then he has to get to ISIS in the northern parts of Al-Qaeda. Then he can go finally up to Russia, Syria. That would take him so long. Oh my goodness. And they want to and Fox News is calling for a regime change? Are you kidding me? a Syrian regime change? No, that's not going to work. And what they don't know is that Assad, he has districts to protect Jews, to protect Christians, to protect them from the crazy alqueda members. And oh man, it's just nuts. And that's the other thing too, when Trump, he has to look at this too at a whole another perspective. When you look at the civil wars between the nations of Islam, you have to look at Sunnis and Shia. Now there's Wahhabism and other secular divisions of Islam. But if you look at Sunni and Shia, those two broke up the day Muhammad died. So the day Muhammad died, Sunni and Shia has been at war with each other for 1,000 years. How are you to say in your 60, 70-year lifespan to make a choice on that matter, a decision on that matter of, wow, well, they've been at war with each other for 1,000 years, so I'm going to make this decision and join up with this side. Obama, he did the same thing with Sunnis and giving Iran all that 150 billion in nuclear missiles. No way. Man, that's nuts. That's just crazy. No way. Can't do that. No. Oh, man. Piss off a lot of other countries. Then you have Saudi Arabia. They're all happy for Fox News and everything, but you have to look again. Saudi Arabia owns 18% share of Fox News. So if you have an 18% share coming into your business, you're not going to say anything bad about Saudi Arabia putting an 18% share into your stocks. No way. You're not going to say, oh yeah, Saudi Arabia is arming ISIS, which they are. It's Turkey and Saudi Arabia that are doing a lot arming ISIS and protecting ISIS. Turkey, they really are protecting ISIS and armed ISIS in northern Mosul, and had tanks sitting in northern Iraq, and Iraq said, get out of my country, damn it, get out of here, which was a good thing, because Turkey, they are funding ISIS, because Turkey, if you look at the Ottoman Empire was controlled by Mosul. It was under the Ottoman Empire owned Mosul and owned all those regions. And Mosul is a huge city with a lot of natural resources such as oil. And why wouldn't Turkey want to get that? And why not when Iraq is surrounded by Iran, which is strengthened, and Iraq, who is now just been in war for a long time, very long time. And once they get Mosul back, that'll be good, because then there'll just be one more town on the border. That border is Syria and Iraq, in the central of the border between Iraq and Syria. And after that's taken, then ISIS is officially out of Iraq. Now you'll probably see a few suicide bombers of ISIS here and there, but nothing like taking over towns and villages. That'll be all done with in Iraq. So ISIS is going to retreat to Iraq, or not Iraq, I mean ISIS is going to retreat into Syria more and go into Raqqa, and you might see Syria or ISIS do a little more pushes on Desir, Syria, which in Desir, Syria, you have Russia and Syrian troops, pro-government Syrian troops by Assad, that's been actually stuck and surrounded in that city for 3 years now, ever since ISIS has launched their campaign. It's wild. Just imagine being surrounded in a city for 3 years, or imagine being Russian from a Russian city and now surrounded for 3 years in Desir, Syria. And what I mean by surrounded, if you look at the map, ISIS, Desir is in the central heart of where ISIS is. So it's not like you can just run out of Desir and just run south and for a couple miles and be in a safe zone. Kurds are like 100 miles to the north of where that is, so it'd be a long walk in the desert. Russia, though, they do a lot of bombing campaigns when ISIS does a lot of attacks and assaults and everything on them. So that's good that they're holding out. Hopefully they can keep it up. God bless them. But yeah, we need to be focusing on taking out ISIS, taking out alqueda. We need to not focus on a regime change. We need to not focus on taking out Assad and Assad's forces. We need to be, and we don't need to be working on how we can get into a war with Russia. That's just not going to be good. That's not going to help anybody. It's not good when you have John McCain and all the warmongers just wanting war. Oh my goodness, no. I would rather have seen those 59 Tomahawk missiles hit Raqqa, or ISIS fuel depots, ISIS armaments, ISIS ammo, and generals and high official rankings. That'd be amazing. I want to see more of that. I'm not going to keep this video much longer. Just wanted to touch base and get back with you. The chemical attack was by ISIS, making it look like it was Iraq, or making it look like it was Russia. I'm very sorry. Not using a teleprompter or anything, just using my head and just speaking freely. I hope that this all makes sense to you all, that Russia is being framed for the chemical attack in Syria when it was ISIS using a Toys R Us drone. Mark my words. And let's just see what more comes from this. It's a weekend. This is when the Illuminati loves to do things on a world stage, because people are busy enjoying the day, enjoying the outdoors, being with family, just doing things. You're busy all week. You're busy with work or whatever it is you're doing all week, so why would you want to be tuning in on the news and getting all depressed? Like, come on. I would be outside, like where I was yesterday, taking a walk, a nature walk, or a hike or something outdoors. Outdoors is just raining at the moment where I'm at, and I just needed to post this video, get this video out there. But I'm going to be making more videos of these about the world, current affairs, and going to get into China, Korea, Taiwan. I'm going to get into Ukraine, Crimea, Russia. Going to get into a lot of stuff. That's just what I like to do. I just love current affairs, politics, religion. I love the Bible and connecting the dots with what is going on in today's times. I'll get into that in a different video, but one of my favorite verses in the Bible is when you look at Psalms 22, and that's prophesying the Jesus Christ's crucifixion on the cross, and that is prophesied 1,000 years before the fact. That is like if I'm sitting in my room right now and I prophesied something that has happened to the T 1,000 years from now. There's no way man could get something that precise. That is all God right there. That's all supernatural. And if you don't believe in God, that's all up to you. Free will, definitely use the mind. The mind, definitely think, use the mind. And if you believe in the supernatural powers, that's awesome. More power to you. God bless. Have a good day. Keep up with current affairs and stay wise, and don't let the Agent Smiths of the world get to you. Stay strong. Stay above the water. Have a blessed day. Peace.